All right, I think we are live. Before I get started, I'm going to let a few people get in here. Bear with me 1 second. I just want to make sure the stream is up and running. Let's go to YouTube. I have got some really cool stuff to show you. Let me go here. Let's go there. Mute that. Give myself a like. Okay. So what I've been doing over the last couple of days is doing some little tutorials slash learning videos, live streams over the last few days on Linux Met. So this is still really new to me, guys, and a lot of the stuff that I'm going over right now for seasoned users of Linux probably isn't going to be that exciting. But to me, as a new user, some of these things are really cool because they're things that I'm finding and learning that I've always wanted to be able to do on my computer, like on Windows or Mac, that I either never figured out, never learned, whatever the case might be. Anyhow, I have found some pretty cool things to me that I hope you find cool, especially for new users. So let's get right into it. The first thing that I learned today, totally by accident, I was trying to adjust the size of my menu bar on the bottom, and I was messing around with it, and I learned that when you right click on it, sort of like you do in other operating systems, it gives you options like to go into system settings and whatnot, add and remove things, adjust your clock and whatnot. Well, one thing that I saw in here that I didn't really understand, I think it was this one. When you click on applets, there we go. Okay, so then it brings up this menu where you can add things. Now, if you notice towards the bottom, I don't know how easy it's going to be able to see because the screen resolution is kind of high, probably way too high for streaming, but down here in the bottom far right, you can see your clock, and if you click on it, it'll bring up your clock and your calendar and whatnot. That's pretty much set by default when you start running Linux or whatever operating system. And then it has one for music, and then it has one for your volume, your wireless connection or wired connection, whatever it might be. It tells you if there's any updates. There are 4 updates. So let's go ahead and click on that really quick just to see what updates. It looks like I have 4 updates. One for graphics library, another one for graphics, one for Intel drivers, and something called free desktop tools and headers for developing applications. I'm not going to run those yet because just in case it requires me to restart my computer after installing those, I obviously don't want to restart my computer during the middle of a stream. So I'm going to go ahead and close that. But this is what I found that was super cool. I was watching a stream the other day, and somebody had on their thing where it would show the weather on their toolbar. And I was like, gosh, that would be really cool to have that on there. And sure enough, that's where I found it. So I went into applets, and when you click on manage, that shows you what you already have installed or downloaded. No, I'm sorry. That is what you have installed. It will show you. The little check mark means that you have it installed. If it doesn't have a check mark next to it, it means that it's not installed, but you've downloaded it. So you have the option to just go ahead and to enable that. Over on the right next to that, there's a little button called says download. So what you can do is, let me move over to the side really quick because it's going to end up opening up the browser window. Let me just make sure. There we go. Let me bring that up anyway. Close that. Okay, there's the Linux homepage. That's fine. So when you click on it, let's pick one here for example. Like here's one that I installed. It's called Computer Temperature Indicator. So you click that, and then at the bottom you see a little light bulb. And when you click on that, it automatically opens the web page to the applet, so you can read about it and see, exactly what it would look like before you install it. I went ahead and installed that one. It doesn't seem to be working 100% the way it should. I have it down here in the on the thing. When I click on it, it shows me the temperatures of, I guess, all my cores, all my computer cores and everything like that. I think that's a little bit too advanced for me. I don't really understand all the things that it's showing on there, so I probably won't keep that one. But it's kind of cool to just look at for right now. One that I did install is this Weather by GR3Q. So I'm going to click on the little information icon here, and it brings it up right there. It brings up the web page to show you exactly what it's going to look like. So I'll go ahead and click on that for my computer, and that's what it brings up. And then it has a little arrow thingy here. If you click on that, then it brings up your hour by hour, forecast, what your temperature is going to be, if it's going to be raining, cloudy, that kind of thing. And then up in the top right hand corner, it shows all the current conditions of where you live. So for example, mine says 66 degrees. It shows the humidity, the pressure, the wind, direction, dew point, and what it feels like. Then it shows what tomorrow's outlook looks like, and then the next day. So I have it set up for 3 days. I think there's a way you can go in there and set up to up to 7 days maybe, but 3 is good enough for me. I do the weather as a streaming thing anyway, so I'm pretty much, I know what's going on with the weather. As a matter of fact, I have my radar going on up there right now, watching the rain over West Virginia, Maryland, Virginia, and Michigan, but that's for another day. Anyhow, this is how you add things to your menu bar, and I could never figure out how to do it. I thought maybe it would be in the start menu somewhere, and it may be, but I could never find it because I didn't know what it was called. Now I know it's called applets. So if you scroll down here, they got some rather cool ones. There's one down here called Radio Plus Plus, and it looks pretty neat. I haven't installed it yet. I'm probably going to. I just don't want to go through and install like 100 different applets and it bogged down my computer. I don't know how CPU intensive these little applets are. I can't imagine that they're too much, but for the time being, I'm not going to install 100 of them because I don't know how much space it would take along my menu bar here. Although it does have a little arrow right here where you can adjust the sizes and everything like that by going into where it says panel edit mode right there. So like I said, you can just scroll down this list. There's hundreds of them. And there was one here that I was considering. Here's another radio one. This one's called Radio 3.0. Oh, here it is. Screenshot and record desktop. I know that there's already a program installed on here to do that. In my start menu, I saw that the other day. But let's click on the light bulb just to see what it looks like, how easy it is. So this one I'm probably going to end up installing. This looks pretty neat. So what this one does is when you click on it, when it's on your menu bar, it gives you options to make a screenshot of your whole screen. It'll let you select a particular window. So if you're like looking at something on the web or you're playing a game or something like that, and that's what you want to record, you can do that. Of course, it gives you like 1 second delay, 3 second, 5 second to give yourself a chance to get ready. Let's see what else. It looks like there's a thing on here called record screencast. So I guess you could, I'm not sure if that has to do with like YouTube or if you can like stream class just to a few people, that kind of thing. I don't know. I'll have to play around with that. But that's one I'm definitely going to install. That looks really cool, especially if I'm trying to do like a tutorial video, something like this that I just want to do like really quick and upload it, or maybe make a YouTube short, something like that on, just a little tutorial. I think that would come in really handy. But I think it would actually help me too, as I'm doing something and I don't want to forget it, or I don't, I forget to write it down. I can just make a really quick screenshot of it or a video of it. So I think that would be a really good program to have on there. So actually, I'm going to go ahead and download that one now. And it downloaded really fast. So these can't be very big programs. And then once it's downloaded, you go over to manage and you click on it to highlight it, and then you hit the plus button right there, and then that will actually put it onto your menu bar down at the bottom. So now down at the bottom, I have the little thing that looks like a camera, and you click on it, and then that's where you get all your options. Whether or not you want to do the whole screen, record a screencast. I'm going to click on record a screencast really quick just to see. And then there's your options. You can record the desktop with audio, record desktop without audio, record current window. So that way you don't have to do the whole desktop. If you just want to do like your browser window, or if you have a program or a game. For gamers, I think that would be really good. I'm not really a computer gamer, so, but if I was using a program like, let's say we're using a photo editing program, and I was trying to show somebody how to do some photo editing or something like that, and how I did it, that might be really a good option for me personally. Let me close some of these windows here, get kind of filled up. So anyhow, that's what I figured out today. I have one more other thing though that's very similar to this. Now, if you notice, up in the top right-hand corner of my desktop, I have a clock up there. Well, I've seen other people that had the clock. I could never figure out how to do it. I even Googled it. I was like, how to add a clock to your desktop. And there were all these like big programs that you had to download. Well, today, let me minimize the browser window really quick. Today I was going to change my wallpaper, and I knew that all you have to do is right-click on your wall on your screen, and it will bring up change desktop background. And then after I figured out the thing about the applet for your menu bar, I also noticed on here that it has a thing called add desklets or desklets. And basically what that is the same thing, but for your desktop. So the first thing that I looked for, obviously, was the clock one. So I went over to downloads, and I just typed in the search bar clock right there, and you hit the little search thingy, and for some reason it's not working now. Of course it wouldn't. Why would it? There, it did work. I'm sorry. It did work. There it is. So it brings up all these different clocks. Like the one that I installed is called clock disklet. So I can't go to the, let's see, can I bring it up? Let's see. I just want to see if I can bring up the developer's website to show you. No, I guess you can't. Sorry about that. So anyhow, if you want, say you want to look at another one, like another clock, like if you go to this one called Clock Toad, you can click on the little information thing down here, the little light bulb, and again, it'll bring up the web browser to show you what it would look like. That's actually a really attractive one up there. I do like that because that one shows, it looks like it would show the month, day, and year. That might be good. I'm tempted. I'm going to download that one right now and put it on my desktop just to see how it looks compared to the other one that I'm using. So let's click on Manage, and then click on the desklet, and then hit the plus button, and there it goes. Oh yeah, I like that one better. Let me move it over here to where the other clock is just so you can compare. Now it looks a little bit smaller, but I bet you could go in and adjust it somehow. I'm not sure how. Let me right click on it. About or move. No, I guess you can't. So it shows it in a 24-hour format. I don't particularly love that because my clock down in the right-hand corner on the toolbar, I call it the toolbar, is in 24-hour format, which I do like it like that up there, but I would kind of like to have a regular 12-hour clock up there. But this one shows the date. Let me see if there's another one. And I'll delete that one if we can find a different one. Let's go to, let's see what Moonlight Clock looks like. Let's see here. No, not a fan of that one. And I don't like that one. Let's go to a different one. Dual date and time. Let's see what that one looks like. Now that one gives you a lot of different options. That might be one to go with. Not sure. I'll hold off on that one. Let me check out a couple other ones. This one's called 7 Segment. Let's check that one out. That one looks okay, but it's more of like computer like clock kind of digit things. Not a big fan of that one. Let's go to this one. This one has a lot of reviews, so. Oh, so that just shows like the hands of a clock. That's kind of nice too. And it works for either theme. If you're running the light theme or the dark theme, it would work with either one. That is kind of nice. I like that. But I kind of want something that shows me the date. I'm going to favorite that one, but I'm not sure if I want to add that yet. Here's another one that's not as nice as the first one. Let's scroll down the list. Dual date and time. We looked at that. Clocklet. Let's see what that's all about. Oh. Hey, now this might be kind of cool. This one shows the date, the time, and the weather. Okay, let's download that one. Let's go to download. Go over to manage. And I'm going to delete not delete, but uninstall those other ones. Like this one, let's uninstall. Take that off, take that off. And this one, let's look at the options. I think we have to add it first. Oh, wow, that's nice. Let's move that bad boy. I like my clock over in the top right-hand corner. That's kind of nice. It kind of drips down where you see the little thing for the day. Let's see if we can tinker with that. Okay, here we go. Font size, you can mess with that. Okay, that's good. Text color white. That's what I want against the black background. Background color transparent. That's what I want. Let's see what that. Oops, that deleted the weather. Open weather. Put API key. I do have an API key I could put in there. Because it's not giving me the right. Let's see if that will work. Auto update. I don't want metric, but unfortunately, I may not be able to use this, guys, because I don't want metric, and it's not giving me the option for imperial. Bummer. Oh, that's so bad. I can't use that one then. I don't want metric. So I'll delete that one. Let's take that one off. Let's go back to the original clock and put that one back on. Right at the top right hand corner. I love that one. That one's so nice. The only thing that would make that better is if it displayed the weather. And now why is it going back to the 24-hour clock? It gave me the option before, I thought. Let's see. Oh, perhaps it only gives you it. Okay, let's try that. Okay, I like that. That's nice. It matches the background, so that's kind of nice. And again, this is called desklets. The way I got to it was by clicking on the desktop and going to add desklet. Of course, on here you can change your desktop background, display settings, open the terminal. I'm not sure why they would have that on there when you can open the terminal. I think terminal is Control T. Is it Control T? Or is it Control Shift T? Or is it Command Alt T? There it is, Command Alt T. Oh, and one of the things that I learned last night that was really helpful, since I sit pretty close to my monitor and I wear reading glasses anyway, that size is fine for me, but when you're streaming like I was last night, that's no good because nobody else can read what you're typing. So I did learn a little trick here to make the text larger and make the box larger on the fly. And that is, let me see if I remember this. It was Control Shift Plus. There it goes. So you can quickly increase the size of your terminal. Now, you would think that you would hold down the same keys, Control Shift minus, to make it smaller. You don't. It turns out that that is actually just Control and minus. I don't know why. I'm sure there's a way to remap that to do it, but for the time being, I'm stuck with what is installed on my system. So again, to enlarge for me, it's Control Shift plus like that. And then to decrease the size, it's just Control and the minus key. And I haven't figured out how to close it yet, how to close the application with keyboard shortcuts. Let's Google it really quick. Let's put in how to close Linux Mint app keyboard shortcut. And let's see if this works. Okay, Alt F4 or Control Q. Let's try Control Q. That didn't work. Ooh, bummer. Okay. Control Q did not work. Well, let's see what the other options were. Default shortcut to close is Alt F4. Let's try that. Let's go back. Alt F4, and that worked. Okay. I don't really like that one. I would rather have Control Q or Alt Q. I wonder if there's a way to change that. Let's go back up there. Or a different combination for laptops, just use F4. For a frozen application, you can force quit by pressing the Alt and F2, typing X kill. I think we learned that one last night. So for me, it's Alt F4 by default. I'd really like it to be Control Q. Install Yakuaki terminal. What does that do? M&M or MM at MM. What is the what kind of terminal is that? Let's see. Force quit, X kill, Alt F2. Okay, here we go. Wait a minute. Create your own shortcut. You can add your own custom shortcut for closing windows in system settings under keyboard shortcut windows. Okay. Let's see if we can figure that out. I think. Oops, hold on 1 second. My phone started talking to me. When I said that, for some reason, my phone thought I was talking to it. Okay. So system settings, keyboard. Let's find that. Keyboard. Where is the keyboard? Let me just search for it. Okay, keyboard. And then shortcuts. Okay, what would this be under? Find the close window action. Let's type in close. Do I have to hit enter? Close window. Is that under general, maybe? Troubleshooting? No. Windows. Close window. There it is. Okay, right now it's set up to Alt F4. Add a custom shortcut. Let's name this close window, and I'll just use my name, Dan. We'll use Command or Control Q. Ooh, it didn't let me do it. Why doesn't it let me do it? Oh man, I hope I don't mess this up. I thought you could just maybe use the keys like you can, like when you're playing a video game and mapping your own things. Control plus Q maybe? Boy, I hope that doesn't mess. I'm not gonna mess with that yet. I'm not gonna do that. I'm a little, I don't know about that. Install that terminal. It's a nice terminal. You press F12 and it puts down from the top, nice big terminal, Control Shift W. Or close Control Q. Well, that's what I want it to be, is Control Q. But when I click on, here's add a custom shortcut. And then I don't know how to, I don't know if it wants me to put like Control Here, let's just try it. Let's be bold. Okay, CTRL space, maybe plus, and then Q. And let's click add. Oh no, did I mess it up? Hold on, let's go back. Close. Oh man, I hope I didn't mess that up. Custom shortcuts. I know I shouldn't have done that. Okay, let's go to Control Q and see if that works. Oh, wait a minute. I think it may have worked. Let's bring up a terminal really quick. Let's hide this. Let's bring up terminal by Control Alt T, I think. Is that what it was? There we go. Okay, so let's make that nice and big. And then hit Control Q. Oh, it didn't work. I thought it was going to work. Because it was going to work on Firefox when I used it. Darn it. Okay, I didn't do it right. Now, if I brought up Firefox, if I hit Control Q, it will definitely quit out of there, but I think that might be something to do with Firefox. We'll cancel that because I want to keep that up. Control Shift W maybe. Let's try that. Let's click on it. Control Shift W. Oh, okay, that closed it. Hey, there we go. Thank you. You are awesome. Thank you, MM. I appreciate it. So that works. All right, so let's do it again. Let's see if it works with, let's use another program. Let's pull up a GIMP and just see if it will close it. Okay, let's bring it up here. Control Shift W. See, now it's not working with GIMP. Control Shift W. I hit the wrong key. Nope, that doesn't work either. It didn't work with that app. I guess it only works with certain apps. I need like a general, oh gosh, I wish I could have made that work. I didn't do it the right way apparently. Control Shift W doesn't close it. Control Q doesn't. Oh, that time Control Q did work. Okay, let's bring back up terminal and see if that will work. Okay, there's terminal. Let's try Control Q. And it doesn't work. It's only working on certain programs. So Control Shift W worked on one program. Control Q worked on another program. But none of them work on terminal for some reason. Maybe it's because it's terminal. I don't know. Control W didn't work. Control Shift Q didn't work. Whoa, no, it did. Control Shift Q did work on that one. Program and see if Control Shift Q works. Let's bring back up GIMP really quick and see if Control Shift Q will work. Nope, it doesn't. Here, let's go up to File and quit is Control Q. Control Q. See, that's really odd. I don't like that certain different programs use a different key combination to quit. I would think that all the programs should be universal, like Control Q would just close it. I know on Mac it was like, if you hit Control, I think it was Control W or Control T, I can't remember. It would close the window that you're working on, but it wouldn't close the app completely. It would just close, it would bring it down, it would minimize it kind of. Gosh, I really don't want to tinker with my settings too much because if I go in there and tinker with them and I mess something up, I won't remember how I got there, first of all, and I won't remember how to fix it. Let's go back to keyboard shortcuts. Keyboard shortcut, show the Windows section screen, show. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be messing with this being so new. This is probably an area that I need to stay out of. Launchers, launch terminal. I think we already know that one. Control Alt T. Now, if I click on that, no, I don't want to mess with that. Sound and media, quiet keys, volume. I already have a volume up, volume down thing assigned to like F. I think my keyboard just has its own little keys. Yeah, there we go. It has its own little keys for the volume. All right, let's not. Uh, yeah, yeah, that's a good idea, MM. Installing a virtual box and messing around with it. I will take your advice on that. That's good advice. That's really good advice. I sh- is there is Here's the question: is there a virtual machine that I can install on Linux Mint and try out other distros if I want? I don't. Again, I want like a open source free one that I can install on here, and then maybe we could mess around with different distros over time. That would be really cool. So if anybody has a suggestion for a free VirtualBox program that works, let me search Linux Mint. Um, let's see. I guess it's just called a VirtualBox. Is that what it is? And free. Okay. It says yes, installing and using Linux Mint. Oh no, I don't want to do that. You can install any distro. Well, that's what I want to do, but don't I have to download a virtual box to run it in? It's giving me the instructions to install Linux Mint on a virtual box, but I want a virtual box. Let's see. Let's just type in Linux. I need the actual program, I would assume. There's Oracle VirtualBox. Let's see what else we got here. How to run Ubuntu desktop virtual machine using. It doesn't say the name of the program that they use though. There's one here just called VirtualBox 7.0 from Oracle. Oh no, that's not Oracle. Let's go to the Linux Mint website. Wow, that's really small text. In Software Manager, there are two versions. Oh, maybe it's already installed on the computer, or in this version of Mint. It says here in Software Manager, there are two versions of VirtualBox 7. One is labeled Qt Base and the other is Base. The description for Base talks about needing some other installs such as graphical user interface, maybe is the best option using the instructions on Oracle's webpage instead of using Software Manager. Let's go into Software Manager really quick. Just curious. Let's type in VirtualBox. Let's see. Oh, wait. No, that's just Virtual Keyboard. Apparently, I don't have it installed. Let's go to here really quick and just see if I really do have it installed. Let's see if it comes up in here. Oh, there we go. So there's VirtualBox Base, but I thought they said look for VirtualBox 7. Let's click on VirtualBox Base and see what that says. So let's blow it up a little bit bigger. It says VirtualBox is a free x86 virtualization solution allowing a wide range of x86 operating systems such as Windows, DOS, BSD, or Linux to run on a Linux machine. That would be cool because then what we could do is get that and then do exactly what MM said in chat. We could either run the same operating system or we could run a different operating system, go in and fool around with the settings, and that way I don't mess up my own installation of Mint. I'm gonna have to call you something else there, Siri, because every time I say your name, she comes up. I'm gonna start calling you. I don't know yet. We're gonna have to come up with something. Let me know if you have a nickname that you prefer to go by. I'm gonna go ahead and download this. You guys tell me if you think I shouldn't. If there's a better virtual box out there that I should use besides the one in Software Manager. I'm gonna go ahead and install it really quick. If it sucks, then we'll just delete it. But I'm gonna go ahead and download it and see what happens. Install. Continue. Password. Because I really want to check out some of these other Linux distros that you guys are talking about. Dude or buddy? How about dude? I think dude would work good. But just remember that that's you I'm talking about because I say dude a lot. So, um, they use QEMU and plus Vert Manager, but that's much hard. Yeah, we don't want anything hard. You know me. We don't want hard stuff. We want stuff that's pretty simple right now. Let's see what VirtualBox is installed under. Here, I can just type it up here. Oh, it didn't show up. Oh, probably because I spelled it wrong. There we go. VirtualBox. There it is. Okay. Let's minimize this. Let's close that. I don't know. I do have a thumb drive here, but I don't know what distros are currently on it. Let me plug it in. We'll find out. I know I have a few of them. Well, maybe not. Maybe I don't. Let me see what's on that drive. Linux. It's just Linux Mint. Darn it. Okay, well, we can download it, right? We can download one really fast. Let me get an empty. Let me get a empty thumb drive here. Pop that bad boy in. Which one do you guys want to do? It's up to y'all. Your choice. Why is that open? Okay. Let me make sure that that thumb drive is delete or empty first. I think it's this one. No, it's not that one. Oh, wait a minute. That might have been it. Sorry. I think that one had Ubuntu. How do you pronounce Ubuntu? 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 Okay, let's go ahead and clean this one really quick. That one has Ubuntu on it, I believe. But let's go ahead and clean it anyway and start fresh. Let's format it. And I guess FAT32 would work. Format. I wasn't planning on doing this tonight. I was just planning on showing a couple little things that I found that were kind of cool. But I think this is way cooler, what we're doing now. Okay, so I have a blank USB stick. So what we should be able to do, if I can ever close this window, I don't know why it won't close. I can move it, but I can't close it. There it goes. Let's go back to good old Firefox here. And what OS do you guys want to install? It doesn't have to be Linux. I mean, hey Braven, what's up, buddy? It doesn't have to be Linux. I would prefer it to be Linux just to see a different version of Linux. This is really the only one I've ever used. I did use Ubuntu for like 10 minutes on that old computer that I haven't had a chance to really play with. I am excited to mess around with Ubuntu, if that's how you pronounce it. I have a really hard time pronouncing that word. But what do you guys think? I want you guys to type in chat what version of Linux we should try tonight and see if I can actually get it to work on the virtual machine. I don't know how to do it, so it's going to be kind of like a learning process for me. I know there's a website, maybe it's linux.org, where you can download all the different versions. I think I may already have those installed. Let me check. I thought I downloaded a bunch of different distros. Let's go to downloads. Distros. Nope, I must have deleted it. That's okay. We can re-download it. It only takes a second. Download Linux. Wow, we have a lot of choices here, guys. We have Ubuntu. We have CentOS, Debian, Fedora. We talked about Fedora a little bit last night. Slackware, Mint. That's what we're running now. So we have Ubuntu, which I heard a little bit about today. We have Arch, what I heard was really hard to install. OpenSUSE, I think that's for like servers though, along with Red Hat, but I could be wrong. PureOS, Zorn, Puppy, PC Linux OS. I'm not sure what that is. A lot of these that I can't pronounce. Now I have heard of Manjaro. I watched a video on it, but I can't remember what that was for. I've heard of Kali. I heard that's the one that you're supposed to use for like penetration testing and whatnot. But I've never used it or run it, so I have no idea. I heard Kali was a little difficult for a lot of computers because, especially if you don't have like a disk or something like that with your drivers, sometimes it can have a hard time detecting your hardware on there. So what do you think, dude? Which one do you want to try out? Is there one that you haven't used that you'd like to see, or do you have a favorite that you'd like to see? Because I don't care. I'll go with either one. Eventually, I'm going to do them all. I don't even know if we need a thumb drive for this. Maybe we can just use the download from my download folder. It's Arch Parrot Kali. You want to do Arch? I heard that was really hard to install though. Or Kali. Parrot is better with Wi-Fi. That's what I'm using. That's all I have in here is Wi-Fi. So my Ethernet cord doesn't reach that far in here. I'm in the process of actually running it through the ceiling, and I'm going to drop it down my wall, but my router is on the other side of the house. Manjaro is Arch, but easier. That use Pacman instead of app or DMF, so also a fine choice. Arch install is easy, actually. We can do that one too. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's try Arch. Let's see what happens. This one's called, where did I see it? I saw it here just a second ago. Where's it at? Okay, it says Arch right here. It doesn't say which one, so maybe should I go to their page? Because I'm not sure what version this is going to download. Let's type in Linux Arch. It might be safer to download it directly from their website. Oh wow. What am I looking at here? This already looks a little difficult, guys. I don't know about this. I don't know. I don't even see a place to download it on their website. Well, I'm on their website and I don't see like a download button. I see recent updates, documentation, community, support, tools, development, more resources, but I don't see a download button. Just type Arch. Arch Omarchy? Is that what it is? Here, I'll try that. ARCHOMARCHY. Okay. Is this Arch though? That's not Arch. What is that? Are you tricking me? Don't trick the noob. Come on. Installing Arch Linux with Omarchy. I don't know what that is. Okay, let me go back. He says go to the very top. Well, here's a quick one. There's the, okay, here we go. Arch Linux downloads. Current release, kernel 6.17.6. Installation guide, issue tracker. Let me make this bigger so you guys can read it. Yeah, I just made it a little bit bigger. I just realized how small it was. Sorry about that, guys. I have my screen set to a ridiculous resolution. There we go. That might be a little bit easier. How about that? So here's the installation guide. A guide for installing Arch Linux using a live stream or live system booted from an installation media made from an official installation image. The installation image provides accessibility features which are described in the page. Install Arch Linux with accessibility options. For alternative means of installation, see category, blah, blah, blah. But again, I don't see a button that says download. Any suggestions here, guys? Where to go to download this darn thing? All the other ones that I've run, I just click download. Or is this something that we need to do from... I don't want to do it from terminal, I don't think, because then that's going to override my Mint stuff here, my stuff. I just want to download the actual image. Acquire installation image. Did you see that on here by any chance? I don't see that. .org, archlinux.org. Well, that's what I was at. Let's see. Let's go back to it. Torrent it. Where is the torrent download? That's what I need. I don't know how to do that. And click on any link. Scroll down to countries. I'm already scrolled all the way down. Packages, maybe? Is that it? There's like a million things. Maybe we should just skip Arch. I do want to do it, but I can't. Oh, wait a minute. There's a button here that says download. Duh. Okay, here we go. Well, we're back to where we were. So it says images for installing Linux can be downloaded via BitTorrent. Okay. Do I want magnet link for this, or do I want torrent for 2025? I'm guessing torrent because everybody was saying torrent. Okay, I just downloaded. Now what? Now we have this up on my screen. Now it came up with a bunch of stuff. I don't know what it is. I have a screen that says transmission, and then transmission is a file sharing program. When you run a torrent, its data will be made available to others by means of upload. Any content you share is your sole responsibility. I agree. I'm going to hit open, I take it. It's going to go to my downloads folder, I assume. Okay, I think we're working. I think we're working now. It says that it's downloading. I've never downloaded a torrent, guys. This is totally new to me. Okay, it's moving. So once I download a torrent, then you guys are going to have to tell me what to do. We're about 50% there. Okay, it's almost done. Okay, we're done. So I guess go to the downloads folder and Arch Linux ISO. Okay, so do I need to put this ISO image on the thumb drive to work in VirtualBox? Let's do it. Let's make a bootable USB stick. Select my USB stick and write, I guess. Okay, we're writing. No, he says no. He says, wait, I already hit it. I'm sorry. After I do it, he says, no, there's a delay. Sorry about that. There must be like a 10-second delay between what I'm saying and I'm reading the messages. That's okay. It won't crash my system, I think. Oh, just create a new virtual machine in a VirtualBox and it can use the file from your drive. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and I guess it'll just do its thing there. We'll close that. So let's bring up VirtualBox. Okay. Add, I'm guessing. And we'll go to downloads and select. It doesn't come up. Okay, so here's the problem. Now I went to my downloads folder and it's not showing up in there. It's only pulling up folders. Because what it's looking for down here, it just says virtual machine files. We'll do every distro. I don't care. I want to see them all anyway because I haven't used any other ones. So if you're not seeing the distro that you want to do tonight, trust me, we're going to do them all. We will do every single one. Okay, so the problem I'm running into is when I click on the folder where it's downloaded to, it's not recognizing it because it says virtual machine files. So new, okay. New, okay. I should have clicked new. Here we go. So we're gonna name this. What's the name of this again? This is Arch. Folder Dan VirtualBox. Okay, VMs. ISO image. Other. Downloads. Arch Linux. Open. Oh shit! I hit cancel. Sorry. Let's go back to downloads. Arch Linux. Open. Type Linux, okay. Arch Linux 64-bit. And then it looks like we just go to next. Okay, here it says hardware configuration, base memory and processors. What do you guys think I should use for base memory and processors? Just considering we're just playing with it tonight. If we end up loving it, then I'll install it on another computer and we'll use it for streaming too. But this is just to see what it's all about. I'll keep it in the VirtualBox though, in case we want to pull it up later for testing, like during a stream or something like that. I'll keep it installed. We'll install all of them. Maybe that's what I'll do is if we have time tonight, we'll install a few more. And when I eventually get too tired and get off. Okay, give it 8 gigs in memory of 2 CPUs. Okay, 8 gigs. Let's go up to about 8 and 2 CPUs. Okay. Just put 8, okay. There we go. Okay, next. Okay, create a virtual disk now. Disk size. How big? How much disk space do we need? 8 gigs, right? Is it? You think that's enough? Is 8? Just put 8. Okay, next. Let's give it 10. Just what the heck? Let's give it 10 just in case. I'm kind of concerned that's not enough. If you wish to add a virtual, okay, we'll just leave it 8. I don't know. That's what you guys are saying, so that's one we go with. Okay, summary. Blah 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 blah. Let's finish. Okay, here we go. Arch Linux 64-bit, base memory 8 megabytes, processors 2, virtual memory 33 megabytes, etc., etc. And now what? I guess we click start maybe? Kernel driver not installed. The VirtualBox Linux kernel driver is either not loaded or not set up correctly. Please reinstall virtual DKMS package and load the kernel module by executing mod probe as root. Okay, should I delete it and start over? Is that what we're saying? I don't know. I don't know why I did that. Okay, maybe we need to delete it. Is that maybe what we should do and start it over? Okay. So when I click start, um, that's the error message I get. It says kernel driver not installed. RC equals 1908. The VirtualBox Linux kernel driver is either not loaded or not set up correctly. Please reinstall VirtualBox DKMS package and load the kernel module by executing mod probe vbox drv. I know you guys probably can't read that on your screen. It's so small. I apologize. I don't know how to make it any bigger. Maybe I should. Do you think guys think maybe I should adjust the resolution on my monitor and that will help make things easier to read on the stream? SC and send it to DESC. I have no idea what that means. SC solves all my problems. Now you got to keep in mind that I'm a total Linux noob. We're talking like just a few weeks here. I don't abbreviations and stuff like that. I'm not going to understand very much. Arch Linux VirtualBox. Okay, let's go. Okay. Okay. The RC1908 error in VirtualBox on Arch Linux indicates the kernel driver is not loaded, likely due to a system update mismatch. To fix this, first ensure the system is fully updated by running sudo pacman-syu. Then reinstall the necessary packages and rebuild the kernel module by executing sudo pacman-s VirtualBox Linux-headers and sudo reboot, following by sudo mod probe. That's way over my head, guys. I don't know if they're talking about running that on my terminal on Mint or if they're talking about running that in the VBox. Perhaps we should do a distro that's a little easier to install for somebody who's brand new. I don't know. You tell me. I do not, dude. I do not know if I have virtualization enabled in my BIOS. I do not know. No. Okay. So what do you say we download? Since this isn't going to work right now unless I go into my BIOS, that means I would have to kill the stream and restart it and all that stuff. I don't want to do that tonight. Let's just get another distro really fast just to see if we can get it to work. And if it doesn't work, then we'll know that that's what I need to do with my BIOS. Let's try, just for giggles, let's try... what do you guys think another another easy one would be to do? Fedora, maybe? You think that would be a pretty easy one? Okay, let's try Fedora. Let's just try it. Let's give it a shot. Let's see, where's download at? They just released Fedora 43, so Fresh install. Download and install the media for a flagship enterprise for one atomic desktops. For alternative desktop options like Cinnamon, blah blah blah, maybe even Zorn. Where, why can't they just have a simple download button and then be able to pick like they do in Linux Mint? I don't understand why they make it so difficult. Because they give me three options here: download and install media for our flagship editions, workstation, KDE, Plasma, cloud server. Let's see. Okay, here we go. I think we just want the Fedora workstation, right? Or do we want the KDE Plasma desktop? I imagine it's one of those two. I don't know if the workstation comes with a desktop, so I'm guessing maybe the KDE Plasma desktop. While we're waiting on this one, make sure you drop a like. I'm new to YouTube, so they always tell me make sure you tell people to drop a like and subscribe and all that stuff. So there, I just did it. I won't do it again. I don't like doing that. The way I look at it is people, if they want to subscribe and like your channel, they're going to do it. You don't have to tell them. Okay, workstation uses Windows and KDE uses Plasma. Okay, let's go with KDE. What the heck? We'll try that, and if we don't like it, we'll use a different. Oh, more options. Here we go. For Intel and AMD x86, for ARM, Arch 64, for I don't know which one, guys. I'm assuming Intel x86. I have an Intel machine, so I don't know. Well, if you've already subbed, you can unsub and then resub. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Don't mess up my stuff. I'm struggling as it is here, guys. I'm struggling YouTube. We're trying to figure all this out on the fly. So which one are we going for? Are we going for Intel AMD x86 or are we going for ARM Arch 64? Top left. X. Okay, there we go. Thank you, dude. We're going for it. It downloaded. 4 more minutes, 3 more minutes, 2 more minutes, 1 minute 50 seconds, 1 minute 20 seconds. I tell you, man, I'm such a noob at this stuff. I have no idea what I'm doing on YouTube. Not a clue. I've been streaming my weather stuff for about a year now. That's what I typically do. But now that we're kind of in the off season for slow weather, I want to get more into the tech stuff. And that's my love anyway, is technology. And that's what I really want to do during the weather off season. I'll continue to do it once the weather season starts because by that time, that'll give me at least 6 to 8 months to incorporate the technology part of it into the weather part of it. And I have a lot of hopes and dreams of being able to write my own programs for weather, but that's probably way off and down the road. So that's why I originally got started with Linux anyway, is because I want to start becoming a programmer and programming language or code to run weather apps the way I want them to run and be able to go in and tinker with them. But that's, like I said, down the road a ways. Although you guys did help me write my first, what did we write the other night? Was it Python or JavaScript? I think it was Python. You guys helped me write my first Python program, which was epic. Okay, it finished downloading. So let's go to back to VirtualBox. Go to new, I'm assuming. We'll call, what did we download? I can't even remember now. This was Fedora, F-E, how do you spell Fedora? F-E-D-O-R-A. F-E-D-O-R-A. ISO image. And we will select Fedora. That. Click next. Okay, now for base memory, you guys said what? 8 megabytes, I think was the general consensus on that. CPUs, I think you guys said 2, either 2 or 3. Let's go ahead and use 3. What the heck? Next, for hard drive space, I'm going to stop and let you guys tell me what I need to do for hard drive space, because I don't want to accidentally pick the wrong size here. Two CPUs. $40 gigs. Okay. 40 gigs. I'll get as close as I can. There we go. Next. And finish. And start maybe? Cross your fingers. That's going to work. No! This time we get the RC 1908 error code. It says, if your system has EFI secure boot enabled, you may also need to sign the kernel module VBox DRV. Oh, man. Is that what you were talking about, dude? Is that the thing where I have to go into my BIOS and change some stuff? I really don't want to have to do that. I mean, I will if we need to. I'll just have to kill the stream and do it. But if I can't figure it out on my own, then I'm kind of SOL. I'm kind of stuck now. Yeah, I'm trying. I wish I could make that bigger. It won't let me. So if I change the resolution on my desktop, would that help? Display settings, maybe. Let's go to... Shit. I just messed that up. Keep. There we go. Is that a little bit better? That'll help you read it. Oh, hold on. I can't change my resolution. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Maybe it will change. Hold on. It might work. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, unfortunately, I think I would have to restart the stream to change the resolution through OBS settings. I've changed the resolution on... What the heck? I'm not sure why it's still showing this. Yeah, that I'll have to change it for the next stream. I did change the resolution on my main screen, and it did change, but for some reason it's not changing it in OBS. because it's really I have it at, instead of having it at like 3,000 whatever, I knocked it down to 1080 by 720, but it's not. It's not switching over. I'm not sure why. Yeah, I wasn't really prepared for this tonight, guys. Sorry about that. Next time I will know to do that if we're going to do something detailed like this. I still don't understand why my screen is not showing. I'm going to have to change this back there because otherwise my stream is going to crash. I apologize. Let's go back to here. So anyhow, now wait a minute. It almost worked. Hold on. Yeah, my apologies, guys. I could have sworn that was going to work for us, but it's not. But I will make those changes when we restart the stream. I'm sorry. I'm going to go in here and give it one more try. I just didn't realize that we were going to be reading really small text. Otherwise, I would have done this in advance. Let's see. Okay. Anyhow. Oh, wait a minute. You should have the biggest resolution, but user interface scale should be around 200. Is that something that I can change in OBS to? See, the thing is if I go into OBS to the settings, it won't apply the settings unless I restart the stream. Yeah, that's what it tells me here. Even if I go into the output settings, I can't do it. If I go to video, they're grayed out while you're actually streaming. So if I'm going to restart the stream anyway to adjust the resolution setting for the output, while I'm doing that, what do I need to do on my system to make the VirtualBox work? Because I really want to get this set up for our streams so we can try out some cool stuff using different try out some cool stuff on stream by using different distros. I'm not sure which screen it was I had open. But if we could figure that out, or maybe if somebody's on Discord and can walk me through it, we could do that. I just don't know what to do to make the virtual machine work. I can read the error message to you. Let's see. Here, let me take a screenshot of it and see if I can blow it up. Let's see, screenshot. Let's see. Let's see here. And save it as an image. Pictures. That's what I'll do. That might work, actually. There we go. Yeah, if you want to join Discord and walk me through it, that would be Awesome. So I got the error message blown up here. Let's see what happens. So that's the error message I got when I tried to run. It essentially gave me almost basically the same error message for Arch and Fedora. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We'll figure it out one way or another, whether it be tonight or tomorrow. I'm gonna try to do it tonight. I'm just terrified that I'm gonna screw something up in my main system, and I don't want to do that because it's been working flawlessly so far, and I've been really happy with it. Here, let me pull up Discord here. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Discord. Thank you for joining. That will help out a bunch. And if you guys want to go into, I made a couple chat rooms for Linux chat, shots, videos, and how-tos. It doesn't matter if one of you guys want to go into like Linux chat or something like that. And let me see if I can bring that up. Why isn't it bringing it up? Oh, my app just crashed. My stupid phone. Let me try it again. Okay, here we go. Okay, I see you, dude. So, do I know what brand my motherboard is? It's Dell. Let's see. There is a way to see your system stuff, I believe. I just don't know how to bring it up. It's a Dell. It's running an Intel 7 processor with no graphics card. The graphics is built into the processor, which is why I want to purchase at some point a new graphics card. No, that's not it. Let's see. I know there was a way one time that I was able to pull up all my settings for the computer, but I don't remember how I did it. Okay, Game Boy, awesome. You should change your YouTube name to Game Boy. That's an awesome YouTube name. It's one of my favorite things ever is the Game Boy. Let me move my let me make this smaller and move it real quick because it's kind of in the way. Oh, really? Well, maybe like make like Game Boy and then something else, Game Boy M&M or something. Oh, I see you on Discord. Awesome. Heck yeah, the more people we can get on Discord, the better, because that's where I usually get my messages from everybody on my YouTube channel. Because I always have it open on my phone, and that way, no matter where I'm at, I can reply to messages. So like, if y'all have like ideas for like a video or a live stream that we can do one night, that's like always the best way to let me know. And how to enable virtual machine BIOS. Okay, let's see what this says.
To enter BIOS. Now inside BIOS, you have to get into the advanced mode by pressing F7 or click on this option. Now here from the top menu, you have to select the advanced option. Inside advanced option, you will find CPU configuration.
Okay, so what I'm trying to do is now, are we trying to enable it or disable it? If your system has EFI Secure Boot enabled, you may also need to sign the kernel module. So do I need to disable it, or do I need to have it enabled? These are good instructions though. F2, when the logo appears, go to virtualization settings. The path can vary based on your computer model. Advanced virtualization or virtualization support. Set virtualization to enabled. Save and exit. So we want to enable it. Okay. So I'm definitely going to need to kill the stream to do that. So if you guys don't mind, I'll go ahead and kill the stream, reboot my machine into BIOS. I'll enable it, and then we should be good to go. And I'll be able to change my resolution on the stream too, so that when we restart the stream, hopefully, I should have done that before. I really apologize for that. I forgot. That way it will make everything a little bit bigger and easier to read. So let me go ahead and kill the stream, reboot, go into BIOS. If I blow up the computer, I'll send you a message on Discord, all right? So you guys, because there's a 50-50 chance that might happen. And also, I think I can actually stream on Discord too. I could like show you guys a video of what I'm doing, and I can hear you guys' voice on there. But we'll save that for other night. All right, guys, I'll be back in hopefully 4 or 5 minutes. If I'm not back in 4 or 5 minutes and you smell smoke, that means I blew up the computer. All right, be right back, guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm probably going to blow it up. That's probably what's going to